Hi, my name is Dean Hutchison, and I'm the Vice President and Director of Legal Services at Circle Surrogacy, and I'm the Chairman of the American Bar Association's Assisted Reproductive Technology Law Committee. I'm going to talk to you briefly about what a reproductive attorney does during a surrogacy process. So sometimes a reproductive attorney can be involved right at the outset when you're working with an IVF clinic or a surrogacy agency to review their contract and negotiate on your behalf. But usually the two main areas are contracts with donors and gestational carriers and parentage to fully establish your rights. So when you match with a donor and you match with a gestational carrier, an attorney will draft a contract on your behalf. They'll advise you and educate you on all your rights and liabilities in that contract, and they'll negotiate with an attorney who represents the other side. So the surrogate and or the donors will have their own attorneys throughout that process. And those attorneys are really there to craft an agreement that fully establishes all your rights and liabilities and kind of lays the framework of the entire surrogacy relationship. You're then going to work with an attorney after the surrogate gets pregnant to get a court order to fully establish your parentage rights. In some states, those court orders will happen prior to birth, and in some states, they'll happen after birth. But really, the outcome of both of those is the same, and that is a court order that establishes your rights completely, that says you're the sole parents, that terminates any rights of donors and surrogates, and that tells hospitals to treat you as the parents and tells the state to create a birth certificate with both your names on it. Sometimes those attorneys may be one and the same, that both represent you at the beginning and the end. Sometimes they're different, but in the end, those reproductive attorneys have the same goal, and that's to fully protect all the parties in this process and to fully establish your parentage rights at the end. And that's the main things that a reproductive attorney does in this process.